World War II had begun in Europe on September 3rd, 1939, when the British Prime Minister had declared war on Germany. This war was started when Germany and Adolf Hitler had attacked Poland. Later, in 1940, Italy had declared war on France and Britain, along when Germany had attacked Britain from the air. As Hitler had won on from recent attacks, Italy and Germany, who were allies, had caused more damage by attacking Greece and North Africa. Later, in 1941, Germany's aggressiveness had led to the invasion of the Soviet Union. Although it seemed that Germany was making progress in the war, it only showed their downfall in the war effort. World War II was the most boundless war to this day. It had lasted from 1939 to 1945. There were over 60 million casualties, with over 100 million people involved in the war. It is still known for the largest amount of deaths in any war throughout the history. Mr. Bill Evey is a 90-year-old man that has gone through the tenacious times of World War II. He was born in 1926 in a large city by the name of Aurora, Illinois. When he was 17 years old, he had joined the Navy. Bill was never drafted, so he decided to join. He had attended West Aurora High School, but before entering college, he had served 2.5 years in the Navy. He recalled that homes were in great shape, along with businesses and homes. During the war, Bill had explained his close interactions with Germans. He had said,
I was in the mid-Atlantic Ocean when the Germans came in and with a submarine, and they attacked us. They shot a torpedo at us and missed us by 1.5 yards. Now, otherwise I wouldn't be here. Because that torpedo was heading right towards us.
On May 8, 1945, Bill and his crew were a part of the reason why the Allies had accepted Germany's surrender. Germany had a large run in World War II until they had surrendered and the leader of Germany had committed suicide, who was Adolf Hitler. Bill and his crew had played an important role during World War II. People like him had reduced the amount of ocean warfare that went on and prevented the Germans from reaching U.S. soil. As a person in the Navy, Bill knew that it was his job to focus on what he was told, to lead his men to accomplish the mission and come back home safely. He mentioned how he enjoyed his job and what tactics he used to capture the German sailors and submarines. He had explained,
Well, after that happened, we decided that was a terrible mistake. And so we went and captured that submarine. And we went down in mid-Atlantic, and we went down and we got the German sailors off that ship.
Wow.
And sent them back to the United States. And they were in a concentration camp here.
Okay.
And then we took over the ship. Now that was a big mistake because everything was in German and none of us knew German. And we had a problem there.
Do you remember where you captured the ships at?
Huh?
Do you remember where you captured the ships?
It was in the mid-Atlantic.
Yeah.
Mid-Atlantic.
Bill headed out to war, not knowing if he would ever unite back with his family ever again. Armies were hesitant to send relatives back out to the battlefield due to the past experiences of war. Bill had talked about the extensive time he had served in the Navy and what they had said to him after his service.
Oh, gosh, I don't know. We just went down and after they shot and missed us with a torpedo, we really went after them. And we captured that German sub, and we got a hold of it. And we captured all the sailors, sent them back to the States, and put them in a concentration camp here. So then we had the submarine. None of us knew how to run the dumb thing. So we finally got a hold of somebody that knew German, and they came in and helped us understand the techniques and what was going on inside the submarine. And then we went down and I remember we had to, when we captured it, I had to dive down in the mid-Atlantic in the water down there in the mid-Atlantic and wrap a whole bunch of, I don't know what it was, stuff around that German sub. And we hauled it back up and we took it to Great Britain. And we hauled it over into Great Britain. And it was on display over there, and I think they eventually sent it back to the States, but I'm not sure.
As Bill served his 2.5 years in the U.S. Navy, there are many places where he had traveled in his interactions with other soldiers in the war. Throughout the war, he had expressed his experiences and how it impacted him. This is what he had to say.
2.5, I
Two
think.
2.5 years. What can you remember what you did after the war?
Oh, what did you
They
sell?
wanted me to stay in service in the Navy, and they were really after me. And I said no. I finally decided, because I needed to go back and finish my schooling. So I went back and went to school, graduated, got a degree, my degree, got everything set up. Then I went out.
Bill grew up with a good life in Illinois. His high school career was mostly taken up with World War II, as most of the others were in his class. His life-changing decision as a young man started with World War II. Here, Bill will go back with his experiences on World War II and what he can recall from 75 years ago.
Well, I look back on it and I thought, and I still think it was a good experience for me. I met a lot of different people. I had great experiences in the Navy. I met, especially in service. I really traveled around and met a lot of high-class people in the Navy. I met the guy who was really after me in the submarine service was he wasn't a major general, but he was a high-class admiral.
Wow.
Yeah, and he kept me going, boy. He was on my tail.
In this project, I learned that World War II had impacted hundreds of millions of people during the mid-1900s and how it impacted our world today. The loss of life in war was horrific and life-changing to all families. It shaped our modern world and how it works today. Bill had always addressed that relationships and family during war were essential for surviving. Although he did make it home, safe and sound, family was always in his heart.